enough to knock me out, but I'm still holding the throne. You'll never know till it's over. So pretty it hurts. Just beware of the thorns. You got a glimpse, and you can't resist, luring you in closer.
Poco Stemmons Celada is a plant that I would recommend for anybody who's new to the hobby or a longtime veteran that hasn't had the opportunity to mess with this plant. I regularly have to trim, maintain, and continue to propagate this plant just about every week. So there's a lot of reward for being able to have a plant like this that is very easy to take care of and is what I would consider to be one of the greenest plants around. It's a great accent plant to put into the background of your aquarium. You can kind of mess around with it in the mid-ground like I have here, but do keep in mind that you are going to have to trim this pretty regularly. This is probably one of the easiest plants out there, and I continually recommend this to anybody that has never even tried plants before, because 99% of the time you're going to have success. You have reasonable water with a little bit of nutrient to it. I think you're going to be fine. Light and nutrient seem to be the most important part of taking care of this plant, even though I have read out there that some people say it requires CO2. I haven't found that to be 100% necessary. So if you do have kind of a simple setup, I would recommend this to anybody. As long as you have just a little bit of fertilizer in there and some reasonable light, you should be fine. I acquired my first cutting of this plant from the Aquarium Co-op in Edmonds, Washington, a little over 2 years ago, probably two, maybe even close to 3 years now, and I have had nothing but success with this plant, even in a wide variety of water conditions and equipment. Now, the equipment that I run on this aquarium here is the Fluval 3.0 Freshen Plant Light, which is currently my favorite light to utilize in all of my Planet aquariums. The controller comes in super handy. The LED is efficient and does a great job for me. Though I can say some of the older lights, even incandescent lights and T5s and stuff like that, will grow just fine. You don't need anything super high tech to grow this plant. You could do this in pretty much any kind of low-tech setup. It would probably work out fine for you, though I would keep in mind you would need this to be in a big aquarium. You don't want to have this in a 10-gallon aquarium or a 20-gallon. This aquarium right here is 150 gallons, so it gives you an idea of the scale of how big this plant will grow. I do have a piece of this plant right now that is actually 12 feet long. I've been growing it horizontally in an 8-foot aquarium, and it has grown all the way around. Fertilization for this plant is incredibly simple. I utilize Easy Green from Aquarium Co-op. It's 1 pump per 10 gallons, basically once a week. And it's as simple as that to maintain actually all of the plants in this aquarium, but it does a great job with the Poco Stemmons Celada, and I find an incredible amount of success and ease of use. That's going to be kind of the biggest deal there with me. I don't mix fertilizers anymore because it's super easy for me to pick up a bottle from Aquarium Co-op and go from there and just keep doing the fun stuff, like trimming plants, replanting them, growing them, and doing all the fun stuff that I like to do. This plant comes from Australia and Southern Asia. It's been around for quite a while. It was, I think, first found in 1891, which is quite a long time ago. Was misidentified for quite a long time. And eventually added into the Poco Stemmons family not that long ago. There is a broadleaf version of this, but it is not easy to find at this juncture in the U.S. Maybe outside the U.S. it's a fairly easy, but here it has been a bit of a problem to kind of locate it. Over the last couple of years, I've had a great time with this plant. It is just kind of showing up in lots and lots of my aquariums, lots and lots of my aquascapes. I definitely recommend this plant to anybody who, well, likes to have a good time. If you're somebody that likes to have a good time, this is going to be a decent plant for you, I think. If you're somebody who's not into having a good time, maybe skip this plant. Maybe go with something that's a little more frustrating. And then, I don't know, you'll be able to, I don't know, make a Facebook post about it or something. All right. Later.